Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned.
Miracle Boy Boxing! I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and breaking news. As you all can see here on this screen that I got in front of you, I'm not saying it. According to BoxRec, Dalton Smith is up next for Subriel Matias, as Subriel gets set and gets ready to defend his WBC Junior Welterweight World title against his mandatory, Dalton Smith. 18-0, 13 knockouts, good boxer puncher, good feet, good fighter. Welcome to the Boogeyman stage, Mr. Smith. On July 12th, right after Subriel Matias defeated Alberto Puyo, as we all saw, Turki Al-Sheikh said it right away. You're going to be fighting Dalton Smith. That's your next fight. He's the mandatory. So said, so done. Now, no one said that the fight is official. Only BoxRec. Now, BoxRec is as solid as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Because when a fighter goes on another fighter's record, like how you see Smith on Matias' resume, it's letting you know that the fight is going to happen. It's basically, BoxRec is basically saying the fight is official without anyone holding a mic. Is as legit as it gets. If Smith is not on Matias' record on BoxRec, then nothing is real. Everything is all talk. So this morning, Mr. Dalton Smith pops up on Subriel Matias' resume on BoxRec, and guess what that means? The fight is going to happen, and the announcement is around the corner. Anytime now. So, the fight is scheduled for November 22nd on the Riyadh season card, Ring 4, where David Benavidez is going to be taking on Anthony Yard. You got Abdullah Mason taking on Sam Noakes on that card. Tremendous fight at 135 pounds. You got Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez. Tremendous fight. Good fights, man, on that card. And of course, Subriel Matias, no matter which card he lands, he always brings excitement. He's one of the most exciting fighters in boxing right now, and I think, in my opinion, the most exciting fighter at 140. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to get action. You're going to get excitement from Subriel Matias. And Dalton Smith is next. He is Subriel's next opponent, next victim, if you will. Or, let's be real, it's boxing, anything can happen. Dalton Smith may just be Matias' next opponent that can have a chance to get the job done. You just never know, right? You know, but on paper, Subriel is the heavy favorite coming in. You know, Dalton Smith is a good fighter. He's undefeated. He got good power. He can box, good feet. Hungry for this opportunity. And I'm sure he's gonna make the most of it. And the best of it. As for Subriel, the heavy favorite, the champion, the most dangerous fighter in the weight class, who throws 80 punches per round, suffocating pressure, iron chin, eats some to deliver some. Very exciting fighter. Doesn't give a shit in there. He's in there to beat you up and try his best to send you to the hospital, whatever it is he got to do to get the job done. Matias hits you all over the place. He throws his punches, and it's wherever they land. I've said it a million times. That's how Matias rolls, and he's not in there to be cute. You know, Matias is one of the most vicious fighters you'll ever see in the history of the sport. And Dalton Smith this is not an easy fight for him. You know, he's gonna have to deal with that pressure. He's gonna have to deal with that volume, the durability. You know, once Matias, he's gonna realize that, you know, damn, Matias is something else. You know, they say he's like a Paro, but with punching power. Well, we're gonna see what happens. You know, we're gonna see what happens. Dalton Smith said that, like I said the other day in my video, that Dalton Smith said that he wasn't surprised that Paro beat him. Don't be surprised that he did. He said he's gonna take out Subriel Matias in the second half of the fight. Well, like I said, we don't know if that comment is gonna age well, but when that bell rings, we're gonna find out on November 22nd. And what an experience for Subriel to go to Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, man. That's wow. That travel alone is gonna be a brutal one. I hope Subriel prepares well for this fight, which I know he will, I'm sure, because he knows this is an opportunity to showcase his viciousness in that ring in front of a big stage over there, you know. First time, of course, fighting in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, and what an opportunity. You know, the travel is going to be brutal, so I'm hoping Subriel will be there 2 weeks prior to the fight so that he can get accustomed to the weather, recover from all that traveling, the jet lag, and get accustomed and get comfortable to Saudi, man. So this fight is gonna be good. It's gonna be good if you ask me. It's gonna be a good competitive fight, especially in the early going. And then in the second half of the fight, I'm sure I can see things start to change, man. Like Subriel, the gap is more close. Matias is starting to close the gap, landing his punches. The pressure is will start to get to Dalton Smith. Smith's I'm sure he's gonna be holding off for dear life. You can see a lot of holding happening here. Watch out if any headbutts can happen or any head clash. Of course, we're hoping that doesn't happen. But it's gonna be a good fight. But I can see Subriel breaking him down, stopping him. I'll give it about 6 or 7 rounds most. You know, Dalton Smith is going to go in there and try his best and do what he can. He's undefeated. He doesn't know how to lose. So Matias is going to have to beat the shit out of him before Dalton Smith or his corner decide to throw in the towel. You know, he's going to have to, if he has heart, he's going to have to show it. If he has never bit down on his mouthpiece before, he's going to have to do it because Subriel is going to make him do all that. You know, this is the fight of Dalton Smith's life, not Subriel. Subriel is a 2-time world champion already. He knows what it takes. You know, he's been on this stage already. But this will be, of course, the biggest stage Subriel will fight because it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Subriel never fought there. He's fought in big stages like T-Mobile, MGM, but nothing like this. So, yes, but Matias, all in all, is the heavy favorite coming in. You know, everyone is expecting Matias to go in there and stop Smith. So yeah, it's a good fight. You know, we all were hoping that Subriel fights Alberto Puello in that rematch. I preferred that fight, but it is what it is. Matias has to fight his mandatory. And you know what they say: if you don't fight your mandatory, guess what? The sanctioning, the organization is gonna say, "Give me your title, hand it over." So Subriel wants to keep his title, and he's a warrior, you know, and he's not going to give it that title up. You're going to have to kill Subriel for it. So he's going to fight his mandatory, which is what's going to happen, which is what's going on here. So November 22nd, ladies and gentlemen, based on BoxRec, the announcement, I'm sure, is going to be coming in the coming days. Anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. Subriel Matias defends his WBC Junior Welterweight World title against Dalton Smith. And this will be, the 7th undefeated fighter Subriel will be fighting. And Subriel Subriel is known as the boogeyman, but he's starting to become Mr. the Zero Snatcher. He's the man to snatch everyone's zeros, except for Liam Para, but we're gonna deal with him eventually in the future. I mean, unfortunately, he went up to 147. I don't know if that's to run away from Subriel, but we'll know. Hopefully, Subriel handles business at 140 and we catch up to Paro eventually in the future. But all in all, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on this fight. And it is going to happen, man. Based on BoxRec, it is going to happen. So whether if you wanted a Power rematch or Tio or Hitchens, it's unfortunately too bad for everyone. Too bad for me. We're going to have to see Dalton Smith. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Austin Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It is always a pleasure to talk to you about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.